Well, I chose Uber because I've been actually using them for a long time, since about April 2015. Uh, and they've been top of mind for me. I've had a lot of great services with them, and it was just the first choice, right? Um, and they did guarantee me a ride, so I thought I'd take it, right? Past fares, they're generally range around $10 to $30, depending on where I'm going. Fairly cheap, fairly reasonable priced. It's once you tack on that surge charge that it kind of jumps up on you. Now, in this particular situation, um, using past experiences of a similar trip at a surge time, I spent about $77 on a ride, and so I kind of expected about the same. Now, the complicated issue here is that the initial fare that I had requested was only to a short distance away. So when I got the estimate, it was a close distance. It wasn't overly expensive, and I didn't have an idea of the overall price of what it would cost. Once we got to the first destination, the original fare, I was unable to change it in my phone, so I wasn't able to get an idea of what that actually cost from the short distance from where I was at the wedding to the first stop. So instead of me changing it, the driver had to change the destination, and at that point I never got another estimate or never had an idea of what the long distance cost would actually be. There was lack of context there, breakdown in communication, and maybe if I had finalized the trip there and requested a new trip, then I would have had an idea, and I would have said, hold on a minute, right? Yeah, I was in shock, that's for sure. I never saw a number that large throughout the travels, right? Um, and at the time, I wasn't doing the calculation or trying to actively figure it out. I only found out really once they sent me the final email about 20 minutes after um, my I got out, because there was another stop into St. Albert. Once I saw that, just complete shock. I didn't know what to do, helpless feeling, just couldn't fathom it, right? Um, Beyond that, I did feel kind of a need to do something about it and just get the word out. So that's what I've been doing. I did email Uber immediately, and they explained to me their surge pricing and the requirement for it, and I'm well aware of that now, and even then I was aware of why they're doing it. The fact of the matter is, though, I didn't exactly get an estimate for this bill. I don't know anybody who would see an $1,100 bill and actually accept it. If I would have known that going in, then I wouldn't have taken the ride. Yeah, the refund I got was half of the fare. I'm happy with it in the sense that it's a win in my case. It's an admittance of fault on their end and my end. Um, and in all honesty, I really want to focus on looking beyond this one particular experience. I mean, I wasn't the only one who got taken advantage of on New Year's Eve. There were lots of other high fares out there, and we were all notified prior. However, that doesn't excuse the fact that this is an unbelievable price, and it just emphasizes the need for some sort of regulation or cap or a change in Uber's system somewhere, so that people in a vulnerable state don't get taken advantage of like this, right?